Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco, Proxy, and Bub Diamond Dab of the Day. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. As always, you're going to enjoy today's video. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I reply to all the comments. Let's get started with today's topic. Well, it's going to happen to millions and millions and millions of us. We're going to spend this holiday season alone. Christmas alone. In between Christmas and New Year's alone. New Year's alone. Guess what? How do we do it? How do we cope? Well, guess what? Don't be too bummed. Okay? If you find yourself alone, for whatever reason, remember, millions, tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions of people are in the same situation. Think about it. Now, so often people experience shame and embarrassment about feeling alone during the holidays because they think it's unacceptable in a season of love and joy. That's total bull. That's right. The comparison trap is what so many people fall into, but you have to remember, we're human. Given that Christmas is a time of parties, hugs, and treats, well, guess what? A lot of those experiences and traditions just aren't available. They're not possible. Loneliness, the gap between our actual and desired level of social connection, can burst in and ruin your holiday. But that's not to say we can't transform a solo holiday into a beautiful celebration on its own. We got to find ways to connect that may not be as good as the real thing or what we're used to, but will let us feel connected to the people we love. Just because we're physically alone doesn't mean we're out of reach. Let's get started. You got to plan ahead. Holidays are a source of triggers for everyone. It's a time of year where it's easy to be overstimulated by everything going on. Think about the emotional overload we can have. So if you know you're going to be alone for the holidays this year or next year, well, have a renewed focus of loving yourself. That's right, and being compassionate to you. Be intentional. Think about what it means to prioritize your needs. Start to identify healthy things. Challenge yourself to do less of what others ask and more of what you want. Be good and kind to yourself and make room to give yourself space and grace during this holiday period. Find joy in the small interactions. If you're having a hard time coping with being alone for the holidays, look around us. Look at the widows. Look at the widowers. Look at the people who are alone forever. You're going to look at your neighbors, your colleagues, even the guy selling you a newspaper. Doesn't have to be a deep connection, but guess what? Maybe they're feeling lonely too, and they can shift from loneliness feelings to feelings of friendliness. A moment of connection where you might never expect it, and it might turn your day around. Write a letter. Go on snail mail. Forget the traditional holiday cards and emoji-filled texts. Do something old school. Write a letter to a friend. Write a letter to a relative you haven't touched base with in a long time. You know what? Writing letters strengthens social bonds even today because it shows and reaffirms the extra effort someone took. Because everyone knows about email and texting. Put it in an envelope. And you know what? Maybe write a note to yourself too. Don't put away your paper and pad. That's right. It's a great time to reflect. Write your experiences, lessons you want to remember. Write something to yourself that will give this time away from loved ones a sense of purpose. You're not alone. Use your phone with intention. Connect virtually. Use Zoom. Go on YouTube. Visit me. Go beyond the idle chit-chat. You see, hopping on a video or phone call is only half the battle. Emotional intimacy comes from vulnerable conversations. Get real about how you're actually feeling. Mention your new favorite recipe and the new movie you watched. Don't be afraid to share that information. They're all going to be what's called soul-feeding talks, and they're going to spark warm and fuzzies from the people that you speak to. And you know what? We've talked about it 1,000 times. We need to continue to practice gratitude. That is right. Chronic loneliness can become very self-fulfilling. When we interpret situations negatively and respond in a negative way, it elicits negative responses. But turn to gratitude as a way to create an upward spiral. Think about it. If we have a regular gratitude practice, that's right, meditating, journaling, we can find major comfort in that. If we took a few minutes every day just to list the good things in our life, guess what? They're on paper and we can reflect on them and know we have good things in our life. Maybe just keep up your holiday traditions. That's right. Just keep them up. Now, a lot of times, it's a holiday ritual. Singing, drinking, going to a particular religious ceremony. Don't give up on it because you're somewhere different or your family and people you're close to aren't with you. Go yourself. Adapt. Maybe even create your own holiday rituals. Think about it. Do your own Secret Santa thing. Mail a gift instead of handing a gift. You know what? We'll be able to find things we want to continue down the road in future celebrations if we just continue to think about it. Start doing things that you can do alone. Have a solo dance party. Have a solo book review. Have a solo candlelit dinner. You're going to be fully present. Think about how you can change and interact the environment around you by engaging you. Wear an ugly sweater. Make a mug of hot cocoa. It's a festive situation. You're creating it yourself. And you know what you've done? You've helped yourself feel grounded. You've helped yourself feel not alone. You've helped yourself find balance. You might even be able to find it on social media. You might even be able to look and see other people having exactly the same issues you are, which is going to make you feel more comfortable. That's right, they're comforted numbers. And check in with people, by golly, who are alone for Christmas. Find the other people around you who are alone, because you're not going to be alone together for long, because guess what? You're going to be together. You won't be alone. An incredible amount of sense of shame, unfortunately, comes with feeling lonely. It's very hard for people to step up out of that, even when we know other people are experiencing the exact same thing. But if a pal you know is experiencing the holiday season alone, reach out. Reach out and give them the opportunity to reach back out to you. They're going to be able to relate. And you know what? Remember, summary page, big letters in neon. We are not alone. We're not alone. If there are other people experiencing things the same way we are, especially during the holidays, we are not alone. All we need to do is try to reassure ourselves that we can make the most out of the holiday. That's right. We can turn things around if we're alone. You don't have to have people around to be happy. You can be happy yourself. This is the Real Senior Stoner, and we've talked about an incredibly important topic at an incredibly important time of the year, holiday time. How do we deal with the loneliness that befalls us on holiday time? I hope I've helped. This has been the Real Senior Stoner with the Puffco Proxy, and I'm taking a diamond hit now. We're going to get Dab Train rolling. I appreciate everyone, and truly thank you for being here. Let's not be alone, at least spiritually, this holiday season. Cheers, everyone. Have a great one. Like a big click. First time, every time. Thanks for joining me, everyone. The Real Senior Stoner. Cheers. Have a wonderful day out there.